What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and welcome back to Closing Belle. And today, we not only have the final team of the season, but we have the ultimate team of the season. Blues everywhere. We have a special guest. Zelonius is waiting. We're going to talk hot or not. And we got to give you the scoop, the insider trading on these secret team of the season players that you need in your lineup. FIFA forecast, and it's looking kind of inconclusive. When I look at this team of the season, yeah, there's a lot of players that are obvious choices, and then others I don't understand. Alisson, 97 rated overall goalkeeper, highest in the game, but he's not part of this drop or this release. What? But that's not all. I'm looking at the list. Where is Varane, Mo Salah, Suarez, Timo Werner, the burner? You gave him the ratings, but then you didn't put him into the Ultimate Edition? With all that being said, I'm still happy with the majority of the selection. I don't want to sound like a hater, but without further ado, let's get into hot or not. Drum roll, please. Welcome to Hot or Not. We have player selections and we have a special guest. I told you at the beginning of the show, welcome Zelonius. What's happening, my brother?
Thank you for having me, Mike. I'm looking forward to this. Ultimate team of the season. What a time to be here.
So the way this works, relatively simple. We're going to take two players, and then Zelonius and I are going to tell you which one's hot, which one's not. Maybe we're going to agree, maybe we're going to disagree, but let's get things started. I don't want to hold you up. 99 overall, Lewandowski versus 97, Timo Werner. I'm going to put you on the clock. It's going your way first. Who you choosing and why?
Easy choice for me. I'm going to have to go for my boy. I got him in a red pick on my road to glory. Robert, 99 Lewandowski. I love him in real life, and his card's pretty amazing on FIFA as well, so definitely him.
And I have to backdoor you on that. Lewandowski put up 50 goals for me over a weekend league. When you get a 50 spot, how do you argue against him? Worth the investment. Big fan. Skill moves are there. The power is there. The physical is there. Gives you a little bit of everything.
He has the outside foot and the finesse shot, which is a nice combo. Not many players on the game have
Big
that.
facts. Big facts. My man. Maybe a team of the season snub with Mo Salah versus Sancho, the man with the quick feet. He definitely eats. And I made you go first, so this one's on me. I gotta lead the way. And I'm saying that Sancho's got the spot. He has the skill moves. He's got a better weak foot. He's gonna find the windows. He's gonna open up the angles. He's gonna score goals. He's gonna be able to provide. And he's got a lot of pace.
I used that Sancho, and I was really disappointed with him.
Ooh,
I played a Bundesliga weekend, and I love Lewandowski. I loved Kimmich. But Sancho, I don't know, he just felt really weak. I played him at left attacking mid in the 4-2-3-1. Maybe his pace is good, but he's not that physical. Maybe in the middle he'd get to use that ring scoop turn, the 5-star tricks a bit more. I've not used Salah as a starter. I got him a red pick again. And off the bench he's amazing, but I guess you'd expect that with his pace and physical. But I'm going to go for the Egyptian king, Mo Salah.
Goalkeepers, Alisson versus Oblak.
Last weekend, I said I'll give Oblak a try, and I had ter Stegen already, and everyone in my stream was telling me I'm an idiot that, no, stick with ter Stegen. Like, ter Stegen, I'm sure you'll agree, he's been glitchy, like, in a good way all year. He has these weird animations, he's crazy. And I was like, I just want to give Oblak a try to see what he's like. In the first game, he let a shot, like, I think I would have saved it, and I'm awful in net. He literally just shot straight at him and just went through him, and from then, like, I was done. Whereas Alisson, I loved his card. He's one thing that people don't notice with Alisson is he has like 70 speed compared to like most of the TOTS keepers have like 50. So off the line, that Alisson is insane and catches a lot of people out in the one-on-ones. But I didn't like normal Alisson that much, but TOTS Alisson is actually my favorite keeper in the game. So it's Alisson for me.
Ooh, that's a big statement.
Yeah,
big statement. I'm also gonna say Alisson. He's not my favorite keeper in the game. I am so curious to see if we're gonna agree or disagree. We have Suarez and Kareem, the dream, Benzema. And I know a lot of people swear by Benzema, but I used Suarez for a weekend league and he was special. I got used to not having 4-star skills, his strength, his power, the speed increase. I fell in love with him, and I would actually put him in a category with Lewandowski. They're on the same level for me, but I've got Suarez over Benzema.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go for a play of a bit of Luis Suarez, but it doesn't come from experience of using either of them. It comes from playing against them. For a 97 striker, when I play against Benzema, you called him Kareem the Dream. For me, it's a dream when I see him, because I'm excited to play against him, because I find him awful to play. He doesn't seem very good, even though he should. Suarez, do you know, like, at the start of the game, like, R9 has those the mid R9 had those crazy physicals compared to any defenders. Most people like running Lenglet and normal Varane, who had low aggression. I had mid R9 at the start of the game, and he was just insane, some of the stuff he could do. Whereas Suarez, when I play against him, he just literally just bounces players off of him.
The decider, heading to the defense. Last but not least, team of the season Varane versus team of the season Hummels. I'm almost positive we're going to agree. I send it your way, my friend.
Varane. I don't think there's any debate. It's got to be Varane.
How Varane wasn't included in the ultimate team of the season and Hummels was, I'm a little bit confused, but Varane, without a doubt, just the pace, the size, strength.
Is he the quickest top centre-back we've ever had? 95 pace, is it?
Yeah, on his foot item, yes, I believe you're correct. But in game, I don't know if he's actually the fastest. Have you used team of the season Ramos?
Yeah, I think Ramos, like, one thing people forget with pace is that pace is literally just running in a straight line, but centre-backs don't just run in a straight line. They need to, if they're going to cut a through ball out, they have to turn and then chase the ball.
That's been hot or not. Let's talk about the main editorial. Let's talk about what you came here for. The secret overpowered players. We've got you covered. We've seen the ultimate team of the season, so we figured let's talk about some of the secret overpowered players that are in the big leagues. La Liga, Premier League, Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A. We're going to get things started off with the Premier League. And yes, my first selection, or our first selection, actually Zelonius doesn't know what my selection is going to be, so it's mine. I'll claim this, is Richarlison, who I think is incredible, but he is going to be pricey. He's not going to be that cheap. And I've got a couple other players that you could kind of fit into this overpowered category. What's the word? Have you used Richarlison?
Yeah, so I loved his shapeshifter. But with his shapeshifter, I remember saying at the time, he felt like a bit like he was like 3 or 4 stats on each stat of being elite. So when he got the TOTS card, which I didn't expect him to get a TOTS. I thought he'd had a good year, but I didn't think he'd been that good. And when he got the TOTS card and got, I think it was more than 3 or 4 on most stats, he suddenly became really good. I think for me, the only issue with him is he's not like quite as agile, or even though he's got great stats for him, you can put an engine on him, he's not quite as sharp with his body type, but he's one of the best strikers in the game for pace, shooting, the weak foot. He's physically really good, so yeah, I really like him, and he's easy to link in as well.
You're going into the Ligue 1, which is fresh for many of us. I'm going to preface this by saying this guy's not cheap. I know I said that was Richarlison, but I can't not have a tall on my countdown or as my overpowered player. He's incredible. He's amazing. He outperformed Cruyff last weekend for me. I know that you're also a big fan.
Yeah.
What you going to do? What you going to do? The guy's unstoppable.
Yeah, again, a bit like Richarlison, I used a shapeshifter, and that shapeshifter really held value for a long time. I think the only major weakness that this Ital has is he's hard to link in. But there's so many good Ligue 1 players still that he's not that hard. They gave us that premium Cyprian SBC if you really want to link him in. For me, he's better than Team of the Year Messi, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, I played him as a striker, and he had, I think, 45 goal contributions, something along that line. But you've got to pick up Ital, is the recap. Pick up Ital, you will not be disappointed. Now let's head into the Bundesliga, where it gets a little more debatable.
Can I pick one for the French
Yes,
league?
please. Yeah. Let me know. Okay, my bad. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, it's
Let me
okay.
get ahead of ourselves.
There's a boy in the French league who I have to mention. I'd be doing him a disservice for the shift he's put in for me in the last weekend. He couldn't get in the Swansea team that got relegated from the Premier League, but he has become one of the best midfielders in foot. Renato Sanchez. That guy is a certified baller. He is incredible. He's got like 90 pace. I think he has 99 aggression, which is a huge stat this year. 88 strength. He's insane on the ball. He has really good defending stats. He might even have 99 shot power. And he's also a 4-star.
It's funny hearing an Englishman say like certified baller.
You're bringing it out
as the superlatives that we're gonna attach to Renato Sanchez. But I have nothing but the most positive review as well. I think Renato gets busy, and he has this body type that allows him to kind of be thick. yet at the same time, like with 2 C's thick, like he's got a big body in the midfield, and it makes him a little bit taller than what it says, just because he has that frame. It's gonna be tough to follow up the Liga 1, but we have the Bundesliga. Serge Gnabry has some expectations to live up to apparently after the Liga, and I think that he's excellent and doesn't get talked about much. He's going to come in at a really good value buy. If you need a winger, someone who's fast, someone who can get in behind, someone that can press that back line, if you're someone who plays with a lot of counter-attacking. And I just don't think he gets talked about enough. I think he's kind of overshadowed with that team of the season. Every time I've gone up against him, when I've used him, I've been really impressed. I do believe, and I know this is one of your favorite fullbacks, if not your favorite fullback, Hernandez deserves a mention. You might pay a little bit more for a fullback than some of the other guys that are available, but I think he's worth it. And I also want to throw Nainggolan into the conversation. Another guy that has proven to me in this year's installment that you can use a 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill move player in your midfield and it can work.
Yeah, for me, on my tier list, I was talking about fullbacks. Theo Hernandez is top. His only issue is he doesn't quite have some of the vision and long passing of some of the other fullbacks, but he's very easy to link in. I think, would you agree French is the premium nationality, maybe with Brazil on the game, for linking players in? French is
might
really
depend
good.
on the position, but France is great because even if you're going the icon route, you have a couple icons that are easy to get the strong.
Ben Yedder, there's lots of Varane, there's lots of Upamecano from the Bundesliga, there's lots of great French players, so he's easy to link in. Nainggolan, for me, I actually didn't like him. I was wanting to love him. I wanted to love that card. And I used him. Do you remember his right wing 85, I think he got earlier this year? I quite liked that when it came out. Maybe it was just me, I don't know, but I really was having great expectations from Nainggolan. He was okay, but for me, the one who stood out was his CDM partner that I had next to him, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He was a beast. For me, he was like the Serbian Hulk. I think
it's
he's
interesting.
Serbian.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have him, and I haven't put him into motion yet, but I picked him up in player picks, and the opinions on social media with Savic are all over the place.
Yeah,
like he is beloved by some, he is hated by others. I just feel that some people can't play with clunkier center mids either.
Find him that clunky.
Well, but if you've gotten used to playing with like the really quick box-to-box guys,
yeah.
like if you're using De Jong, I'm sure that De Jong is going to be much faster than using
Definitely
Savic.
better on the ball still, but Savic has that Hullet-like body almost where he just bullies players in the midfield.
And that leads us to the last league, La Liga. And it's hard to pick out overpowered options in a La Liga team of the season, mainly because they're so high rated that it makes it where it's like, he's a 97 overall or 96 overall. Of course, we all know about this guy. He did what he was supposed to do. But I think it's worth talking about Carvajal, who I'm still using currently, mainly because I want that link with Ramos, but I have not been disappointed. I would have got rid of him if I was pissed off. And I also think that Diego Carlos is an interesting shout. Somebody that I've seen a little bit with mixed reviews, but Brazilian link-ups for center back. I would still rather have Carlos all day over the likes of a Marquinhos or Thiago Silva.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think more than any other FIFA, we've been blessed with fullbacks. Carlos, I mean, La Liga's littered with great centre-backs. You've got Militao SBC, Ramos, a lot of people had his moments at the right-back one, which is still great, even off-cam. You've got his TOTS Ramos. But that Diego Carlos is a little bit different. He's got really good agility, doesn't he?
Yeah, and if you actually used Carlos, I would put him into one of those anomaly foot items. If you used some of his early iterations where, I know that, what was the one that he had that was yellow?
The Europa,
what was the name of
it? Was like the road to the Europa League.
Yeah, road to the Europa League. This is where Carlos really made his name in FIFA, in Ultimate Team at least. Well, those have been some of our options for overpowered choices in the Big 5 leagues. Let us know in the comments, who have you picked up? Who did we not talk about? Who deserves a mention? But you know what comes last. We have a guest showdown.
Yeah.
Here we go. One of my favorite parts of the show, guest showdown. And I told Zelonius, write down real or fake, get it on a piece of a notepad or something. We have 10 quotes here from Ibrahimovic, Zlatan, and some of them are real, some of them are fake. I don't know how many are fake or how many are real, but we're gonna try to decipher together. Let me know when you're ready, because I'm gonna read the quote.
I'm ready.
And we're gonna do this together. If you guys are brand new to football or something, if you don't know anything about Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you're missing out. He's potentially the most quotable footballer, period.
Oh, yeah.
And they're usually kind of outlandish quotes. So something that looks fake could be real, and something that looks real could be fake. First quote, only God knows you're talking to him now.
Definitely real.
Well, that made my. I don't think you should say this out loud because I was like deciding, and you were on. Appreciate that though.
I've read his book, his biography.
You have a big advantage in this.
It might have been an autobiography, and he said that to a journalist.
All right, to be fair, I was gonna put that as real for this, but I wasn't 100%. I was just like, this sounds very Zlatan-esque.
That one, the quote of it was, "Where will you move next?" It was when he was playing at PSG. And he said,
only God knows you're talking to him now.
There you go.
Okay. I never wear the captain's band. My team knows to listen to me. So by saying that out loud, it just doesn't sound smooth enough for me to be Ibrahimovic. So I put fake, and it's also fake.
Same, yeah, I put fake as well.
He's got a certain
he's got
delivery,
like artistic, a bit of creativity in how he says things.
Yeah, that was a little too straightforward. I see you trying to write it out, but I hope they get better than that because I'm gonna be able to itch through that if that's your thing. All right, so this next one I know the answer. Here, I am like a Ferrari among Fiats.
Oh yeah. I think I know that quote's about.
I feel like I gave a spoiler, so now we're even on spoilers. That one's real.
He said 100%. That. He said that about
MLS.
Onyewu. No, I thought he said it about Onyewu when he was at Milan. Maybe he did say it about in the MLS as well, but he said something
MLS
like that.
For sure.
Do you remember the American centre back Onyewu at Milan?
Yeah, of course.
He said something like that about Onyewu as well.
All right. It's one thing to miss an offside, but a goal? No. Sometimes I wish I could play and ref the game. All right, I got my list up. That one's fake. Come on, whoever's writing these out. Zlatan is an artiste.
Why would he want to ref?
He would say something different about the ref. Like, I don't know. Like, he would it's too many words. It's too many words.
He'd say something like, I look at the ref and he gives me the decision or something.
I looked at the ref, he got on his knees. Something like that. This is like not there. All right. I can play in the 11 positions because a good player can play anywhere.
I've got it. My answer.
Got your list up here?
Yeah, I've got my answer.
I don't feel good on that one. I don't need a telephone booth to come onto the pitch as Super Zlatan. If I get this one, if this is real, I'm gonna be pissed. It's fake.
I'll put fake.
There's no way. Like Super Zlatan, he's never referred to himself like that.
Yeah.
I came like a king and I left like a legend. Remember this quote as well. So that one's real, 100%.
It was at PSG.
Wenger asked me to have a trial with Arsenal when I was 17. I turned it down. Zlatan doesn't do auditions. That also is real.
I put my answer up halfway through the quote. I know that one.
Did you put real or? Oh yeah.
It's like, he's famous for saying Zlatan doesn't do trials.
I was gonna say the first part I didn't really recall that much.
No, as soon as you said Wenger, yeah.
Yeah, that didn't connect for me instantly.
But
like right when it said Zlatan doesn't do auditions, I was like, I know this quote.
He said it when he was 18, I think.
A World Cup without me is nothing to watch, so it's not worth waiting for the World Cup. All right.
What have you got for that?
I put that was fake and it's real.
No, it's real, Mike. That's when Sweden missed the last World Cup. He was a bit salty about that one.
Yeah, it's not as usually he has like this nice, beautiful tone to it. Just didn't feel as Zlatan-esque with the tone.
He was just a bit better at that one, I think.
All right, the last quote. This is the last one. You're up one now. You're ahead.
Big.
Messi and Ronaldo are once in a generation players. I am once in football history.
I'm not. Give me time. I want to get this right. My hands are up. I'm not googling.
I know where I lean on this, but I just...
It could go either way. That's so outlandish. But he could say that. Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I've decided, though. It's on screen.
Once in football history. I'm going to go fake. But...
I went real.
Oh, this is the decider.
This is the decider. I have not been doing very good in these games, apparently. But that one is fake.
Let's go.
Well, that's going to end this episode of Closing Belle. We appreciate Zelonius taking part. Where can all the people find you?
Twitter, it's at Zelonius, YouTube, Zelonius FIFA, and then Twitch, Zelonius92.
Man, so much energy with your personal shoutouts.
If you want hype, energy, charisma, Mike is definitely more your guy than me. I'm a pretty chilled, laid back person.
And I'm the opposite of chill. I'm no chill. Absolutely no chill. Like if you see me IRL walking on the street, still no chill. Camera on, camera off, no chill. But next week we'll have another episode. Thank you guys for watching. We have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.